What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So it's been a long time since this trade has happened, or it feels like a long time, but do you guys remember when the Rockets swapped picks with the Nets in order to get the Suns picks? Well, we're finally getting to that video. And obviously, as we all know, the premises of the Rockets doing that is because they want to go for one of the Suns stars, whether that's Kevin Durant or Devin Booker. So that's basically what it's going to come down to today. We're going to go ahead and jump in and do this Rockets rebuild based off trying to get Devin Booker or Kevin Durant here on the Houston Rockets. Like I said, this video has been a long time coming. This was one of the first trades that happened in the offseason. Our first couple of trades. As we know, like the Mikal Bridges thing happened, and then this one happened. But before we get this video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So, I mean, honestly, for this video, basically what we need to do is we just need to wait for the Suns to suck, and that's when we strike. We give them their pick back. Do I agree with this decision by the Rockets? Probably not. I think I'll just hang on to those Suns picks because they're probably going to eventually just, I would have held on to those Nets picks as well, but then we probably would have never seen Mikal sent to, obviously, the New York Knicks, and Brooklyn probably never would have traded him anyway. But regardless, like I said, I'm not sure I agree with the Rockets trying to go for Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, but that's what they want to do. We're going to try to make that happen. So we're not doing anything this offseason. We're simply going to just go ahead and simulate with the way the roster is right now, and we are going to just patiently wait. And whenever the Suns are in a sell mode or a rebuild mode, then we should be able to try to go get Kevin Durant or Devin Booker. Now, if I'm Houston, I think I'd rather go get Devin Booker because he's a lot younger. I do understand maybe getting Durant as well if you wanted to go that route. Maybe you could find a way to get both. Probably not. But yeah, if you could get one of them, I think that would be interesting to say the least. I'm not sure how well it would go for Houston because sometimes taking a shortcut doesn't always work out, which, by the way, we are using Joe DeKelmer's share scenario for this video. And if you watched yesterday's video, I think trading for Kevin Durant is going to be actually somewhat easy, which is something I usually would never say. But here is your rotation going into year number one. So it's Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Alperen-Sengun, Tari Eason, Amin Thompson, Reed Shepard, Cameron Whitmore, and AJ Griffin, who just got here, and then Jayshawn Tate. I feel like we got to make a hard decision on whether Steven Adams or AJ Griffin gets minutes here. Who do we want to put? I feel like we need a backup 5 playing. And they did trade for Steven Adams, so I guess I'll give minutes to Steven Adams over AJ Griffin, and that's how we'll go with this in year number one. So we're just going to make quick stops at the deadline, the offseason, and as soon as the Suns suck, because I know they eventually will, we're going to go ask them, hey, what's the price on Booker or Durant? And even if we can't make it happen today, I'm going to force it to happen, because that's the theme of the video, but I feel like we're going to be able to make it happen, so I'm not really worried about that. Today's video is brought to you by 2 softwares that are designed to help you beat the sports books. First one being Daily Grind Fantasy. This one primarily focuses on DFS apps such as Prize Picks, Underdog, Better, and a whole bunch of different options. So basically how it works, it compares discrepancies back to actual sports books. So if we could find a good example, it's somewhat late at night here when I'm looking at this. We might not find a great example on the board. So I guess for this one, Jonquel Jones over 13.5 points. This is a clear discrepancy over on Prize Picks. It's just like if you're going to go buy a car. You should take that same premises when you're betting on sports as well. Because as you can see, you got 3 different sports books listing this at 14.5. So taking this at 14.5 on this book, or that book would be a silly bet when you can actually put this over 13.5 on Prize Picks. That's basically what this software does. It shows you good plays right in front of you. And we found that play within 2 seconds, which is why having a tool like this is so clutch to finding good plays very easily. And then another one I love to use is the Positive EV tool over at OddsJam. So as I mentioned, OddsJam obviously, or DGF, focuses on the DFS apps, while OddsJam does have that option as well. They actually have an EV tool that scans like FanDuel, DraftKings, and all those other sports books. It is late at night though, so there's no really good bets here, unfortunately. But yeah, basically that's what this tool does. So if you want to have a tool that helps you find good plays, it line shops for you, you find good plays, these are the two tools to have. A link is down in the description below. I promise you they'll make you a much profitable sports bettor if you love to bet on sports. Other than that, let's get back to the video. Use code Crushables. Forgot to say, use code Crushables on both websites for a percentage off when you first sign up. So first pit stop at the trade deadline, checking in on the Phoenix Suns, and right now they're in a buying state. They are 25-26 and fine for the plan. At this point, I don't think the Suns are going to move on from Booker or Durant, so we're going to have to push this till the offseason, and I definitely think we could do just that. So we're going to go ahead, keep simulating, and we'll wait on the offseason to see if they change their mind and make one of them available, or if they suck and miss the playoffs. Maybe we could fight them in the play-in. Right now, we actually might make the playoffs this year, which is exciting. But yeah, we're going to keep going and see how the rest of the season finishes out. And then we'll talk to Phoenix in the offseason. We got 2 games in front of them right here. We win one, and We won the second one? Wait, we might have to look at this real quick. Hold up. Is there anybody we need to extend? Not at the moment. No. Okay, so nothing yet. And then we could try... You know, we maybe still should have talked to Phoenix because Jalen Green's about to be free agent this offseason. I would have loved to have moved him in that trade. But whatever. It's fine. We still got plenty of assets to make something happen. Let's just keep simulating. So at the end of year one, Shea wins MVP, Alex Sard Rookie of the Year on the Wizards. You got Russell Westbrook, 6th man, Wemby Defensive Player, Keontae George Most Improved, Embiid Clutch Player, and Mark is your Coach of the Year, and John Murphy is your Executive. So here's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team, and All-NBA third team. So clearly we're not going to be Rockets representatives. That would be cool, but I wasn't really expecting that. So Reed Shepherd does make an All-Rookie first team, so that's exciting. So he averaged 10.5 points per game. Didn't shoot well from 3, though, which is obviously his specialty, so that's a little disappointing. I think if he came in from, shooting 35%, that's not ideally what you drafted if you're Houston. So hopefully that doesn't end up being the case in real life. We are the 3rd seed in the West, and Phoenix missed the play-in. So I think this is leaning towards how we want things to go, which I love to see. So let's go ahead and try to see if we can beat the Portland Trailblazers. We have Scoot, Sharp, Grant, Jabari, Ayton, Anthony. So Denny Avdia is coming off the bench right now, and Klingon, Thibault. So I guess we should look at the stats. That's probably a good first step. Why do I always almost forget to do that? 19 from Jalen Green, 16 from Şengün, 15 from Jabari, 12 from Fred VanVleet, 11 from Eason, and then 10.5 from Reed Shepherd, 10 from Amin Thompson, and then 9 from Kevin Whitmore. As far as who we're going to send out for Durant or Booker, I'm not 100% sure yet. There's so many different combinations we could make in a trade. And then Phoenix, if Phoenix's pick ends up being number 1, would this, I wonder if the Rockets would still do it. Like, I feel like that'd be kind of dumb, right? Like, that'd be malpractice if you had the number 1 overall pick, you had a chance at Cooper Flag, but you still wanted Booker or Durant. You know how funny that would be? But we're not in that situation just yet, at least. But let's simulate current round against Portland, and we're down 3-1. Okay, a little disappointing. I guess we should have went to a 9-man rotation right away. But not really worried about winning right now, so I don't care that much. We do get bounced by Portland in round 1. Very disappointing. So clearly that tells us we need help. So we have Halliburton and the Pacers making it, and they lose to Zion and the Pelicans. All right. So LeBron James is going to retire. Chris Paul is retiring. Al Horford. A lot of legends retiring here, unfortunately. All right, let's go to, does Popovich retire as well? He does not, but Jason Kidd calls it a career. Very interesting. All right, draft lottery time. So this is an interesting moment of truth because clearly so it says we have a chance at the Washington Wizards pick. That's not actually the case. Washington's pick is, in fact, protected in real life. And then, okay, so Phoenix's pick is only projected to be 12. That's 12 best odds at number 1 overall. So more than likely, this is not going to land at number 1. But hey, still, we could give them their pick back regardless. So, like I said, it says we have the Wizards pick. That's not actually the case. So, clearly, we got to go talk to the Phoenix Suns. We have your pick. You sucked. You can have your lottery pick in the stacked draft class, and you can have your future pick. We get Booker, Durant. We call it a day. We shake hands. We move on from each other. So, that's what we do, and that's where we're going with this. We're not going to waste any more time. Ime Udoka is our head coach. Going to fill the rest of this out. I'm going to send the Wizards their pick back, and then we're going to go start negotiating with the Phoenix Suns and seeing if we can get Booker or Durant. I'm fine with either. We need to get at least one of them because clearly that's what the Rockets are trying to accomplish, so we're going to try to make that happen for them. So let's go talk to the Phoenix Suns before draft night, and I just simply want to see if I ask for either, what would it cost? So let's start with Devin Booker because he's clearly younger. They say nothing. Okay, Durant, on the other hand, it looks like an offer may come up. So they want the 12th pick and a first-round pick for Durant. I have no idea. I'm assuming, like, age maybe plays a huge factor, but we could get him very easily. So, worst case scenario, we can get Devin Booker. That's what I'll try for first. It looks like we can very easily get Kevin Durant. So that's a good sign. Now, I won't take advantage of 2K's, bullish trade finder and just trade 12 for Durant. I don't think the Suns would do that. They'd obviously want more value than that. He's 36 years old, though, but we are going to get him if we can't get Booker. So let's start with Devin Booker. So how we're going to do this is we are going to go talk to Phoenix, of course. So let's start with D-Book, who's a lot younger. So he could be point guard or shooting guard, whatever we decide to play him. So I did go ahead and accept a lot of these guys' team options because clearly we're going to need some assets in this trade in order to execute this. So I think I'm going to start with Reed Shepherd in this trade. We will probably trade one of not Amin Thompson. I'm going to try to keep Amin Thompson on the team because he'll be a really good fit next to Booker. So Booker will probably play 2 guard for us. I don't know where that's going to leave Jalen Green. That will be an interesting conversation. Şengün and Jalen are both free agents. So clearly I would have loved to have put Jalen Green in this trade. That way we aren't, he would have made sense to be in the trade or whatever. But I can't really do it right now. He's the restricted free agent. So do I trade Jabari as well? I mean, if I could keep Jabari out of the trade, that'd be ideal. So I guess I'll throw Tari Eason in here. So Reed Shepard, Tari Eason. Clearly their picks back. Clearly that's something that would be valuable to them, obviously. And then I guess we have I didn't know they had their 2028 swap as well. That's interesting. So maybe we do that, send that, but that's not very valuable to them. So what is it? Do we go AJ Griffin and maybe another future first? Like this Wizards pick that's top 10 protected next year, since it didn't convey this year, or do we trade our own 2028 first? A lot of decisions to make here. Maybe we just give them their pick back because that makes a lot of sense. So Reed Shepard, Tari Eason, their picks back, AJ Griffin. Is that enough for Devin Booker though? I don't know, man. Feels like it kind of feels a little short. I feel like you might have to include Jabari in here, which would be very disappointing, but I don't know, man. Something tells me he'd have to be in the trade. Do I throw Whitmore in here instead? Maybe we have to throw Whitmore in here. I just feel like we're not giving enough for Booker. So that is what we're going to throw. We're going to throw Whitmore in over AJ Griffin and see if the Suns would accept, and they do. So we get Devin Booker. I feel like Devin Booker would cost an arm and a leg to get. I don't know, man. For some reason, I feel like his trade value would be insane. Right in his prime, 3 years locked up. I think he'd cost a lot. So we get D-Book. So that's exciting. So Devin Booker is now our brand new shooting guard. So we pass on getting Durant. The Suns can figure out what to do with him. And we have Devin Booker now in Houston. So that is exciting. So now we are going to resign Şengün. I actually don't know what we'll do with Jalen Green yet. I probably will more than likely sign and trade him like I did with Josh Giddey yesterday. I think that would make a lot of sense since we just brought in Devin Booker. I also think Jalen Green would have made sense to the Suns in that trade, but unfortunately, I couldn't get it done at the deadline because they were still trying to make things happen. So let's go to the draft. We still have, do we have a pick in this draft? No, we have a late second. I'm going to let the assistant GM take care of that one because more than likely, I guess we got a 70 out of it. I'll take it. Player options. So I'm going to decline Fred VanVleet's $45 million and try to re-sign him to a cheaper contract because that is a lot of money. So Amen Thompson, as I mentioned, I'm hoping he's going to hit a huge development and he'll be our starting point guard next to Devin Booker. I think he'll be perfect. So we are going to re-sign Şengün. He is our starting center for the future. Jalen Green, I'm going to wait on to see what kind of offers he gets, but we are absolutely going to re-sign Alperen Şengün, clearly. Now, Fred VanVleet is the next question. What do we do? So he wants only $13 million. That is a steal. So if we can get him off the bench for 12.5, I think you clearly do that if you're Houston. So we're clearly going to give that to him. So would Fred VanVleet leave $40 million? Well, I mean, it's not really his choice, but would he resign with Houston if they declined his option is the question. But I guess maybe you could convince Fred VanVleet that, hey, if if we decline your contract and send you to a cheaper contract, we can make this team a contender. And now the Clippers are trying to get Jalen Green. I don't know, man. This might upset some people, but I'm just going to let Jalen Green go to the Clippers. I think I'd rather spend my money elsewhere, so it just got Devin Booker. I don't think Jalen Green makes any sense. So he can go to LA, figure it out there. So we are going to re-sign Şengün, and now we are in free agency. So I believe we still have some money to spend. Maybe not as much as I thought, but Jalen Green is gone. You could argue maybe I should have done something with that, but I think letting him go to LA was the best thing we could have done. Yeah, we could have matched it and tried to trade him or whatever, but I mean, I think I'm fine with just letting him go. We got Devin Booker, and that's what we want to do. So Amen Thompson is going to be our starting point guard next year. I'm hoping he develops enough. D-Book's our starting shooting guard with Aaron Holiday as the backup for now. Probably would want to fix that. Brooks and AJ Griffin. Clearly, we traded Eason and Cameron Whitmore to get Booker here. So now AJ Griffin will be a huge part. Hopefully he can. How did he do last year? He didn't play. That's right. Jabari is our 4, and then Şengün, and then Lando's our backup 5 right now. So clearly we need to upgrade the bench. So let's get to work on that notion right now. So as far as backup centers, I mean, there isn't as good as options I thought there might be. So Looney we could get on a minimum for this year. I think I'm fine with that. So we'll sign Looney to a minimum contract for our backup 5. Good rebounder on a very cheap contract. And then do we want a power forward or do we want a backup shooting guard? I think is where we need to look at things. So I think shooting guard or power forward. I think getting Quentin Grimes for $7 million would be a steal. Power forward though, let's see. So Corey Kispert would be a W as well. Really good floor spacer. 44% shooting from 3. I think he'd get a lot more than $5 million though. So I'm going to give him a 4-year contract similar to Fred VanVleet. So Corey Kispert and Looney, I like that a lot. And then we can still sign a good shooting guard, and we can get Quentin Grimes still. Sign me up. I'm going to get Quentin Grimes a deal, and we'll have a little bit of a interesting core going here. So Devin Booker is clearly our lead option. I think Amen Thompson's the one we're kind of relying on to develop, along with Jabari and Şengün. We still have a very good team. Booker in his prime with a lot of good young players that can simply hit a stride. I like it. I like it. Let's go to progression, though, and see if that ends up happening. So, Amon Thompson only goes up to an 81 overall. So, a little disappointing. But Şengün, Booker, Jabari all developing. Corey Kispert, 79. AJ Griffin up. All that's looking great. Eventually, I will want to upgrade the backup center because Looney isn't going to cut it forever. But he'll be at least better than Jock Landale this year. So, now we can go ahead and figure out how this team is going to do. We made the playoffs last year. We brought in Devin Booker now. How do we go from here? What do we do from here? Are we going to go make it to the finals this year with D-Book now? Or is it really just kind of a bad mistake to trade for Devin Booker? A lot of questions to be answered here. So Powering's going to land a 6th overall. Proficiency is at a defense right now, but we're definitely going to move that to balance since it's a 4-star. We'll do that. So we'll move Ime Udoka to balance. And then now we can take a look at this rotation. And I'm excited about this next season. So let's see what it's looking like. So we got Fred VanVleet still starting. I don't know if I agree with that. I like Amon Thompson starting next to Devin Booker for defensive purposes. So I'm going to actually have Fred VanVleet to be a non-starter. That way he's playing 6-man minutes because I kind of like him there in that role a little bit better. Kind of did that in Toronto a little bit. So we are going to make sure he doesn't start. So we're going to do non-starter. And that way Amon Thompson gets the nod. Let him develop as much as possible next to Booker. And I think he'll be a perfect, like I said, two-way guard. I mean, he's not going to be able to shoot just yet, but eventually he may get there. Brooks is here as well, so I'll have his ginormous contract. Fred VanVleet, Corey Kispert. The bench looks phenomenal. I love it. And we're going to run a 10-man rotation for the regular season. All right, guys. We brought in Devin Booker. Let's see how this goes. I'm excited. So let's see. So Booker's 95 shot tendency. Şengün will be the next best guy that I want to score a little bit. Jabari can go up to an 80. And that looks good to me. All right, let's go ahead. So my year number 2 with D-Book in Houston. And let's see how it goes. So we're off to a 500 start, but hopefully we can start to go on a little bit of a win streak and be a contender in this West like the Rockets want to be. So year number 2 comes to an end as Luka wins MVP. Cooper Flagg on the Spurs. That sounds scary. Wins Rookie of the Year. Josh Giddey, 6-man in Miami. Wemby Defensive Player. Reed Shepherd, Most Improved. So he goes to Phoenix and does a fantastic job of developing there. He actually shot 40% from 3 this year as well. So yeah, shout out to him. Field goal percentage was not very good, but yeah, definitely got an opportunity in Phoenix. We let him go very quickly. Here's your All-NBA first team with Luka, Jokic, Giannis, Ja Morant, and Shea. Here's your All-NBA second team with Alperen Şengün making it. Love to see that. 18 and 10 and 7, 43% shooting from 3. Does D-Book get on here as well? I don't think we saw his name. No, he's not on here. So it is cool though that we got, like I said, Şengün making it. Here's your All-Defensive first team and All-Defensive second team, All-Rookie first team and All-Rookie second team. So we ended up as the second seed in the West. Things went extremely well with this rotation, which I love. So D-Book led the way with 22. Şengün 19 and 10, as we saw. Jabari with 15. 13 from Kispert, so really good signing for us there. Fred VanVleet with 12. 12 from AJ Griffin. 10 from Quentin Grimes. 10 from Amon Thompson with 6 rebounds. And then 8.5 from Dillon Brooks. So the best thing about this, though, is even if we lose here, we have the ability to still upgrade because we still have... We're going to have Dillon Brooks' expiring contract. Landale's going to be expiring. That's $28 million in expiring money that, you know, we could send out or try to send out to bring in another guy here if we feel like we failed in the playoffs. But I'm curious and excited to see how it'll go. So here goes nothing. So round 1, we get New Orleans, who just won the championship last year. So we might have a little bit of a tough task ahead of us. They are starting Pokusevski at the 5, though. So, I mean, Şengün should eat all day, right? Like, there's no way Şengün shouldn't have the series of his life. And we are going to be up 3-2. So Şengün gets 33. He's averaging 21 in the playoffs so far. Good to see that. But now let's simcast game 6 so we don't sweat a game 7. Or at least try to avoid sweating a game 7. So game 6 in New Orleans. We start off hot in the first quarter. Let's see if we can close them out here in New Orleans and avoid going back to Houston to face them. And we are going to beat them by 4. 28 from D-Book, and we get a 6-game series under our belt, and we win. So it looks like trading for Devin Booker at least won us a playoff series thus far. And now we get the Denver Nuggets, who have Jamal Strawther now starting, Michael Porter, Gordon, Jokic, Brown, D'Anthony Melton, Dario Saric, Peyton Watson, and Zeke Naji. All right, so Jokic versus Şengün should be a ton of fun. Somebody current round against them, and we're up 2-1, 3-1. And are we going to beat them that easily? Yeah, we do. So we beat them in 5. They were no business to be facing us. And now we get the OKC Thunder, who have Shea, Wallace, Lou Dort, J-Dub, Chet, Nikola, Ace Bailey, Hardenstein, Joe, and Ousmane Deng. So very solid team. Let's go ahead, though, and see if we can take them down. As we know, OKC sometimes is very tough to beat. There goes nothing. Game 1, 1-0. 9-point win to start things off. 29 from Devin Booker. 22 from Jabari. 20 from Şengün. Game 2 goes to them. Game 3 is going to go to us. Game 4 goes to us. And can we beat them in 5? Yes, we can. Love to see it. And we are already in the NBA Finals after 1 year for trading for Devin Booker. Şengün has been phenomenal, of course, as well. And now we get the Indiana Pacers. We have Hallie. They have Siakam, Mathurin. So a very good Indiana team. We have our work cut out for us here. But, man, would it be sweet if we got a championship this quickly after trading for Book. And we're up 2-0. And don't let them even it up. Let's go beat them in 5. Yes. All right. So just like that. And year number 2, we get a championship. Şengün is your finals MVP. 26-12 was absolutely phenomenal. 3-point shooting went down. He was phenomenal from it all season. But, hey, we got it done, and that's what truly matters. So it looks like trading for Booker really made a difference, and I love that for us. Now, I wonder if it would have been the same thing with Durant. That would have been interesting to see. And now we're projected this Wizards pick again. Now, unfortunately for us, so reading it, the fine print right here, I have it in front of right in front of me. It says, actually, I could just show it to you really quickly. So, unfortunately for us, you guys probably already know this, but it is top 12 in 2024, top 10 in 2025, and top 8 in 2026, or it turns into a 2026 second round pick. So, more than likely, as you guys can see, we are not getting this pick from the Wizards. So, it is going to stay in. Where did it fall to? It fell to 5. So, Thunder get number 1 via the Clippers. So, they're going to come back better than ever because they're going to get, you know, potentially, who's the Boozer, right? I think it's Boozer who's the best player in the 2026 draft class. And then I don't think we have a pick in this draft, unless if I'm tripping. But look, no, 76ers got our pick. So, Steph signing Ime Udoka, obviously going to keep that the way it is. We could extend them, but, I mean, since we already won a championship, I think this last season we're about to do is probably just for fun, basically. Now, when we do the new look rebuild series, more than likely, I will do what I think the Rockets should do. So, I probably won't go for Booker or Durant in that video, which is why we did it today. I won't let Jalen Green walk for nothing. That probably pissed someone off. I already know it did. But I feel like that's possible. If, like, the Rockets trade for Devin Booker before draft night, and they got their shooting guard, it wouldn't shock me at all if Jalen Green walked for nothing somehow. Like that, you know, we just saw Paul George leave for nothing. The things are going to happen. But let's go to, we don't have a draft pick once again, so let's just go to player options. So we have Cerrone, a free agent. Amin Thompson will accept, and I believe Jabari is a restricted free agent, and so is AJ Griffin. So AJ Griffin seemed to have played a huge part. Imagine we could just get Durant. No, we can't. So we don't have that much money. But Jabari, I'm going to resign. He was a big part of us winning. And then we will resign AJ Griffin as well. We brought him in on draft night last year for a second round pick, and now we get to sign him for very cheap. Do we still have an MLE? Let's see. So we have Gafford we could sign. We have Bobby Portis we could sign. So we have a lot of good options here. Now, I do wonder. So, technically speaking, we are well over the second apron, I think. Because, like, it's going to go up every year. But, man, I don't know math at the top of my head. Now, it says we have $17 million under the luxury tax, which is kind of crazy. I don't think that would be the case. This is the year of 2026. And, you know, quick math is, you know, as far as how much the salary cap jumps up, I know it jumps up like, what is it, 10% every year? And I can't even think of what that math would be right now. But I'm going to assume we don't have an MLE like it's saying we do. Although it'd be phenomenal to go, ooh, we can get Hardenstein for a minimum? Sign me up for that. I mean, like, who cares about whatever else we were worried about? We can get Hardenstein. So, we're simply going to just run it back for this final season and see if we can go 2 in a row. So, Amin Thompson up to an 85. Kispert is down, which is disappointing. But, you know, Thompson, Jabari, Şengün, all developing phenomenal. So, I mean, the point of the video was to trade for Book or Durant. We were able to do that and get a championship. And Houston was able to do that at least in 2K here. So, we're probably going to simulate this final season, see if going back-to-back is going to be possible. And we'll probably jump into a series if we're in a close game. Close this video out, just kind of have some fun to end this one off because we accomplished our goal pretty early in the video. But let's go ahead and see how year number 3 goes and see if we can go take it back to back as we start off 0-2, but we're turning things around very quickly. Love to see that. So we do get Executive of the Year to end this final season here. Here were some of your awards, and let's just get straight into things, shall we? So Halliburton is your All-NBA first team along with Jokic, John Morant, Doncic, and Giannis. Do we get Şengün again? And yes, we do. Şengün makes an All-NBA third team, averaging 18 and 10 and 7, 39% from 3 again. Second team in the Western Conference again. So OKC is on our side of the bracket. So we might see them very early if we get past round 1, and so do they. So 22 from Booker with 7 assists, 18 from Dragoon, 17 from Jabari, 13 from AJ Griffin, 11 from Amon Thompson, along with 6 rebounds and 7 assists, and a half from Fevin Vliet, and 5 assists as well. So all of this is looking fantastic. So I wonder if we would have traded for Durant, which he might have. Is Durant even? Oh, he's still on the Suns. So he's still doing okay. 20 points per game. I mean, it looks like Dyson Daniels may have taken Bradley Beal, Reed Shepard, maybe. Okay, so he didn't average like 28 or anything, but yeah, I guess he's still decent. So maybe we could have moved for him as well. But we get Portland, who beat us very early. Keegan Murray developed to an 87 overall. I'm sorry, but I cannot see that ever happening one day. I just do not see it in Keegan Murray. Rookie season was not very good. I guess you could say the same thing about Scoot, but I don't know, man. We'll see, I guess. Somebody come around against Portland, and let's see if we can beat them. Though we have an even series early on with the Portland Trailblazers. It kind of makes sense, though, because... Which, actually, what we need to do is go to an rotation again. But it makes sense, because Portland's a very young team. And as we always say, and as we always know, that 2K loves a young roster. So we got ourselves a battle here. It looks like we might win Game 5 if we don't blow it. And we are going to win Game 5, so that's a huge win there. Now I go to a Game 6 and see if we can come out here and close them out in Portland and not even sweat a Game 7. But hey, if we get a Game 7 in the first round, it would be a lot of entertainment for us. But we do beat them, so love to see that. And now we get the Thunder again. So OKC has Ace Bailey now and Boozer, so they have been drafting very, very well. PJ Washington joined them. They have, how the hell do you say this name? Kyla Maluk. That probably isn't even close, but somebody come around against OKC. We're down 2-0 very early. Okay. Oh, maybe this year is not the year we're going to go back-to-back, which would suck. But let's simcast to see if we can win Game 4 and at least not get swept. Maybe we come back from a 3-0 deficit. That wouldn't, like, totally surprise me. But we got a close one. Let's see if maybe we jump into this one. So, very close. I mean, I already won a championship, but it looks like we might... Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to jump in. Screw it, why not? I have no pressure on me. We already won the whole thing, right? We already won a championship. And I'm going to play this one out. Sue me. Usually I shouldn't, but I will play this one out. So we need to get a stop. So we're going to get a screen. Or we need to score again. And actually, I think I can just take this for Fevin Vliet. I'm going to get fouled. I'll take that, though. We're going to get fouled by Boozer. We got to hit 2 free throws. All right, let's see if I can do this. You know what? I low-key might cheat here. Sue me. I don't care. I'm going to let Fevin Vliet shoot these free throws because I was choked, man. So he's going to make the first one. All right, yeah, I guess I didn't really truly play it out, did I? But all right, we're just going to watch it now. Let's go to the right camera. All right, so let's watch some Game 5 action. Wow, I really just backed out of that moment there. Hey, but I got us to the free throw line. I'll take that. All right, so we're going to have the OKC Thunder inbounding. It's probably better that I watch anyway, so who cares? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is about to get the ball, it looks like. Amon Thompson on him, though. I like this matchup. They're going to give it to Walsh in the corner, though. Going to give it to Shai. Amon Thompson on him. Shai back to Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey 3, and he's going to miss it. Chet with the rebound, and he's going to put it back up. It's a 2-point game. Got to inbound this to Booker, surely, right? So we're going to give this to Book. He's going to the free throw line to see if he can make 2. And Casey Wallace is fouled out. That's a really huge pivotal. I think he's starting for them. So Nikola comes in. Fevin Vliet's going to, or sorry, Booker's going to sink the first one. And if he makes the second one, he does. Okay, so Thunder do not have a timeout. So if we get a stop here, we have at least forced another game. So we're down 3-0. So we got a huge hole to dig ourselves out of. But getting a 1 win is huge. Amon Thompson all over Shai. Ace Bailey tries another 3. It's not going in. I think it's safe to say we've won this one and at least have pushed this to another game, which is all that we could possibly want. So if we make this one, I think it's over. And we're going to miss it. Okay, it's not over just yet. Make this next one so we can say it's over. And he's going to make the second one. So that is your ball game. And now we go to a Game 6. Or Game 5, sorry. All right, now let's simcast Game 5 in Houston this time around. And let's see if we can win another one to force a Game 6. I mean, we're blowing them out right now, but they might get back in it. And they are slowly. Nope, we're going to beat them. 102-125. So we are going to force a Game 7 if we get this Game 6 in OKC. I mean, we were down 3-0 at one point. We started off with the lead in the first, but it looks like we might be done now. It looks like the Thunder might take us out this time, so I don't think they're going to let us back in this one. So, yeah, unfortunately, we are going to lose this one. But as I said, with 2 minutes left, I mean, we're down 8. It's not impossible. Let me see if I can do the impossible here. This guy right here playing 2K to try to come back from 8 on the Thunder, more than likely, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. But let's see if we can make something happen here. So Shea is going... Ooh, we almost got it. Okay, we gambled on the steal and just let up a basket right away. That wasn't a great start. Now we're down 10. Semifinals, down 10. OKC is trying to avoid blowing a 3-0 lead, and I think they may have secured our fate, potentially. But you know what? I'm going to have Jabari fade, and we're going to have a wide open... Ooh, just kidding. Shea did kind of a nice closeout. See if I can make something. Ooh, we got wide open Devin Booker. They keep closing out very quickly. Can't make anything happen here. Booker is going to... I'm just going to take this to the basket. Screw it. I was hoping for a foul. I missed it. Damn, that sucks. All right, so we got Chet bringing the ball up. Going to give it to Shea in the corner. Shea is going to dribble right around me, and he's going to dunk on my face. All right, so far, this is ugly. Not looking good. But, I mean, we pretty much had the game lost anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, so let's see. We're going to get a screen from Şengün, and we are going to just dunk. I lost the ball. We saved it for a second. All right, well, this isn't looking good. I'll say that at the very least, but all right. So Ahmed Thompson comes in for, did we just sub? No, we didn't sub out Devin Booker. So Brooks, oh no, we subbed out Fred VanVleet. Okay, so that is a mid-range, and that is going to go in as well. So the Thunder were not playing around. They wanted to make sure they closed this one out, and I think they have successfully done that. So that is very crappy. But Şengün's giving me another screen. This time I'm going to try to shoot a 3, and hey, we got some action. We got some action. We'll take that. I'm not even calling plays. 2K is doing it for me. I'm not going to pretend I'm out here calling plays, but that was nice. I kind of like that. So Shea is going to give it to Chet. Şengün on him. I'm going to stay glued to Shea, or I'm going to try to anyway. Let's see. Can we? Oh, nope. Ace Bailey's going to cut, and I think that was Brooks that lost his guy. That is Brooks. Yeah, Brooks lost his guy. All right. Let's try. Ooh, oh my goodness, bro. I almost just backcourt. That would have been pretty bad. But we're going to get a fade maybe from Jabari here. Actually, yep. We're going to give this to Jabari, and I'm going to miss it. No, I'm going to hit it. Okay, I'll take it. 111 to 121. It's game over, though. So, you know, it's cool to hit a couple threes. I'll take that. Shea going to have the ball. Maybe we can hit one more 3 to end the video. So, let's see. Chet's going to give him a screen. Going over, and... Oh, man, that would have been crazy if Booker somehow blocked that. But Chet's going to the line. 28 seconds left in the clock. He's going to make the first one. And now he's probably going to seek the second one. And that puts us back down 12 again. Or, yeah, 12. All right. Let's give this to Grind. Oh, we kind of gave up. So we waved the white flag, as they say. I don't know what we're doing here, but we have a wide open Quentin Grind. His release is so insanely slow compared to the other guys. Wow. Yeah, that was not a good shot. But like I said, I did not expect that release to be so damn slow. All right. Well, Koa Pete is going to dribble it out, and the Thunder are going to close this out in 6 games. You know what? We got a championship today, so I'm happy about that at the very least. I hit a couple threes. I can take that and be happy with that as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of the Rockets pursuing Durant and Booker. I mean, I know this news is like very old, and we're finally getting to it. But still somewhat relevant. But hey, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.